Today on The Social. It was glamour with a capital G on the 83rd Golden Globes red carpet. We weigh in on the standout fashion moments of the night. And is compassion in sports journalism offside?
You did a great job out there today. So you just hold your head up, okay?
Why one reporter is being criticized for consoling Jacksonville Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen during a post-game press conference. Then let's cut to the chase. Hairstylist Jason Lee is here to break down the season's trendiest cut, the bob, and two of our viewers debut the look. Plus, as if, is the day we all get a closet like Cher's finally here? From AI to digital clothing and 3D printing, how high-tech is transforming high fashion with author Amanda Costco. It all starts now on The Social.
To The Social. This is some good Monday energy.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, listen, we are off officially to the Oscar races after the 83rd annual Golden Globes went down in Beverly Hills last night. Now, if this red carpet set the tone for all the shows to come, boy, we are in for a whole lot of glamour this year. We're going to dive in right now with our standout looks from the red carpet last night. Cynthia, kick it off.
Guys, I feel like my choice is a controversial one. I almost didn't even want to choose it because I felt, I don't know, weird about it, but I have to give it to Kylie Jenner. She looked incredible. Now she didn't even walk the red carpet. She like tapped out of that, but she did do an Instagram video, and I feel like she broke the internet. This dress is by a company named Ashy Studio. It is this corseted gown. It's got this built-in almost jewelry as the kind of like delicate, what do you call it? Spaghetti straps, thank you.
Yes.
And I feel like the hair, the jewelry, everything was just like sublime perfection, old Hollywood. But guess what, guys? So they were sitting at the table together, her and Timothée Chalamet, you guys know they're together.
Yes.
And he shouted her out again in his speech. Again, love, love, love. But internet sleuths noticed this photo, which was her name placard that said Kylie Jenner Chalamet.
Oh,
what? It does. I think we have a photo of it. I think we do.
It's coming up.
Anyways, guys, do we think that means that there's a wedding this summer, or are they already married? Did they secretly get married?
What if they're already married?
They might
That would be such a good move.
Don't know. Don't know.
Or somebody at the Golden Globes is messy and we love you for it.
Yeah.
That is a messy thing to do.
I don't
She
know.
did look incredible.
She looked incredible.
She looked incredible.
Cynthia, that's a great bit of storytelling.
Thank you
so much. I didn't know that.
Also, not a controversial pick. She looks good. She looks good.
Fair.
She looks good. All right, so my choice is Olandria. Now, those of you who don't know, she came in third on season 7 of Love Island USA season 7, but she's first in everybody's heart. Ever since this bombshell left the villa, she has been killing every red carpet, campaigns, magazine covers, and last night she showed up, and those who didn't know her were all whispering, "Who is that?"
Dress.
She's wearing this emerald green mermaid-style dress, but it's also her body and her skin tone. She chose the right color and silhouette for her body. She went short with the hair. The jewels are perfection. Christian Siriano knew exactly what gown to put her in, and she had everybody's mouth open, just gonna go, girl. Love Island
it's a-
wear. She's her own star now.
It's
Her
a
own
long
star.
way from shaking your butt in a bikini on the beach to the red carpet at the
She
Golden
is
Globes.
transcended.
Yes,
She's
yes.
transcended that show.
Yes, she
yeah,
has.
it's great.
Yeah.
So we're choosing standout. So I went with a standout pick who actually stood out for me because this was a gown that I've never really seen the likes of before. And I'm talking about the person who wore it, and that is Kathryn Hahn, one of the funniest women in Hollywood, I think. And this gown was just so unusual. You can sort of, she didn't walk the red carpet either. She presented with Melissa McCarthy, two of the funniest women, oh my gosh. But can you see the movement of the skirt?
yeah.
It's this tight bodice.
Asymmetrical?
Tight bodice, and then it's this drop skirt with this Marie Antoinette-like hoop that's sort of flowing, and then the beautiful material underneath. And she's done this pared back makeup, this beautiful necklace, and she had fun in this silhouette. It's architectural, it's feminine,
Asymmetry
it's fun.
is throwing me way off.
I don't think it is asymmetrical. It's just that the dress moves with her. So, like, do you know what I mean?
It's rare to see
like
a jellyfish.
gown. It's
though.
like a jellyfish.
It is like a jellyfish.
Yeah. Wait for that. Wait, my favorite photo's coming up. Hopefully, we'll show it. We'll show my favorite photo.
Which is that?
Oh, we didn't get it.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
guys,
it is a
architecture,
standout.
and I don't think it's asymmetrical. It's just moving with her. So it's almost like this organic thing that's alive, and it stands out because it's not just a pretty normal gown.
Yes, I love that. I love that. How about you?
That's a great segue.
Yeah.
It's a great segue because normally my metric with how I choose my best dress is I would want to wear that. So this, I will say this. I would not want to wear what I picked. But is it a standout? Yes. Do you know who would wear the pick that I'm going to show you in a second? Lainey Louie.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
my standout from the evening was 1/3 of the Huntrix gals from K-pop Demon Hunters, and that is Audrey Nuna. Take a look and see if you agree.
Oh, very Lainey. Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You would never catch Melissa dead in this.
No.
Right?
Too much material.
There's too much material.
Nailed it. Yeah.
You're very true. It's very true.
Unless it's a crop top version,
That's
she's
right.
not
That's
doing
right.
it.
So this is Tom Brown. Look, it's a cape. It's a cape that has the big bow at the top. There's white underneath, the bow's at the bottom. She actually has a net over her face, her hair. I mean, Lainey would walk out right now wearing this and rock this. I saw her this morning and she's like, who's your best dress? I'm like, oh my God, Audrey. And she's like, I know, Audrey. Right? So I would not wear this in a million years, but there was so much beautiful stuff on the red carpet.
Yeah, it was
This
nice.
actually went.
It does stand out.
That
Yeah.
stood out.
Yeah.
And congrats, because K-pop Demon Hunters won for Best Animated Film and Best.
Okay, so let's talk about best moments from the show. Andrea, what was your favorite moment?
Okay, I gotta shout out the host, Nikki Glazer, once again killed it.
Good job, huh?
She did.
I'll tell you
Yes.
what, when she was announced last year, I was like, oh, she's gonna do a really good job. And then she did a great job. But then there's also kind of the thought of like, well, can she do it again? And last night she proved anybody who was thinking, well, maybe she is a one-time deal. She really nailed it. Everything was perfect. Her look was perfect. Her funny, she was edgy enough. Everything. If there was a Mount Rushmore of award show hosts, I'm saying Bob Hope, Billy, Crystal, and I'm putting, Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, and I'm putting Nikki Glazer on that as well.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a lot of things happening in the world, and you're wondering, like, how are people going to talk about it? Because you're still on network television, so you have to be very mindful. And I think she just hit the right note. So I thought she killed it. She did a great job last night, and she carried the show.
good.
She did.
Yeah,
She was so
carried the
much
show.
fun.
And also people were like willing to take it. Like she was asking George Clooney for like advice on how to fix her Nespresso. She was talking about
Even Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah.
took the jokes.
Those jokes are funny.
Everyone was in
Everyone
good
was in good
spirits.
spirits.
Yeah,
Mostly.
because it was funny and it was edgy, but no one felt uncomfortable. Like when Ricky Gervais does it, it's a little too, everybody's like, oh, it's not funny. But then when other people have done it, it's like, it's not funny enough, and she hit the mark.
You're right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Goldilocks. She's
Yeah.
the Goldilocks.
She is the Goldilocks of hosting.
Goldilocks of acceptance speeches maybe goes to Rose Byrne. She was more surprised, I think, than I've seen anyone when she took the stage for If You Had. What's the movie called? If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. So she won. She was so emotional. She was so in shock and so kind. And the first thing she did was say, I want to share this award with the writer-director, who is Mary Bronstein. And I thought that was beautiful because she won right after the best screenplay was delivered, and Mary Bronstein was not nominated at the Golden Globes, even though she has been nominated in other smaller award ceremonies. And this movie, as Rose Byrne said, was filmed in 27 days for $8.50.
Yeah, that was funny.
So the fact that Rose Byrne won, do you know what I mean? It's a big deal. It's going to bring attention to that film.
Okay, I guess coming from the Book of Obvious, the moment for me was I'm going to call them both Canadian boys, even though only one of them is actually Canadian. Avi, when Heated Rivalry presented an award last night, obviously. So I'm talking about actual Canadian, Hudson Williams, and the other half, which is Connor Story. They were here on our show not too long ago. They were here in this exact studio just weeks before Heated Rivalry blew up around the world. They have been already such darlings in the party scene, the red carpet scene. And so, of course, by the time they got to stage yesterday to present, I was already just like so hot for them. I'm like, what's going to happen? They can do no wrong. So that was a ton of fun. So congrats to them. And honestly, if we could give ourselves a pat on the back, that show is out of this building. So they're, okay. So let's take a break, everybody. Is there room for compassion in sports reporting? Why an NFL reporter's consoling remarks sparked a whole lot of 50-50 debate on social media. We'll tell you what it is after this.
This week on The Social, the winner of Canada's Drag Race Season 6 sachets into the spotlight to spill the tea on snatching the crown.
But I know you do as well. And if you want to share them, get onto social media. We want to hear what you have to say about the topics we're discussing here.
So football fever is raging, am I right? Yeah. It's playoff season. And emotions are all over the place after the Jacksonville Jaguars saw their playoff dreams end in heartbreak with a 27-24 loss to the Buffalo Bills Sunday. So Jacksonville Free Press editor Lynn Jones broke from the line of questioning during head coach Liam Cohen's media scrum. That clip made its way around social media and sparked debate over whether it's appropriate for a reporter to showcase their fandom and their emotions in a press conference. So some people thought that this was offside. What about you guys?
Ooh,
did you think it was full of emotion?
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Like in normal circumstances, that's a big time no-no. When I say normal circumstances, you know, they are not a lot of time for whether it's the players or the coaches to do press time, which is mandatory, but you're there because you got to get the answers. So what happened with this play? What happened with this player? So it's not really time and place to be like, oh my gosh, you guys did great. You keep your head up. It's like you're either a fan or you're a reporter. You're not supposed to be both. Except in this case. And so, if it was anybody else, honestly, if it was anybody else...
Why are you giving it a pass? I'm just curious because I don't know this.
If it was anybody else, I would be like, that is so offside. That person should be fired.
Like if it was a man,
right?
like when I read this story, I thought it was a man, and I just read the quote, and I was like, well, it sounds like he's mansplaining how to feel to another man. Like that seems unusual.
No, but you know what?
Then I listened to it.
Yeah, and then it was her.
And I was like, oh my God, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. But you know why else? Because I watched the coach's reaction.
Yeah.
That's my gauge. He seemed genuinely touched. And
because it never happens. That's not always a welcoming place. So my bottom line is the reason why I'm giving her the pass is because that was auntie giving her son or grandson a nice little touch. That woman's name is Lynn Jones, as you said off the top. She is a 20-plus year reporter for one of the last black newspapers in Jacksonville, Florida. She's not a newbie. She's actually a veteran. So I think there are some times when you have to defer and give respect to someone who's been in the game a long time. She knows what she's doing. Give her a pass.
So are you okay? Just because I'm totally curious about this. Again, I do not care club about this story. But and I do. I think it's lovely. My first instinct, but I'm not in this. I don't know this world. So if it was a junior reporter.
Ooh, no. Nope,
Even though
don't do it.
You cannot do that.
Don't do it.
That would be
Fired.
like an absolute no-no.
Fired.
That's interesting because the gender component that you're talking about is like you thought it was a man initially and you had a reaction. And now that we know it's a woman, okay, so we know that she's an established woman, but we have all these kind of rules in our head about she's junior, she can't do it.
It shows a lot of blind spots.
So like again, are we either have equal rules for all across the board, and there's an opportunity
or we have context, or we have specific moments in context where we can't put everything under the same. How about you stop?
Or we have culture differences. It's very interesting to me when I watch this clip and to see all of like the hoopla. And to me, I'm like, what's everybody making this big hoopla about? If you have a black elder woman in your life, this is the way she talks to you, with love.
Yeah.
And so I've had conversations like that. When she sees that you're down, she will put that kind of glory on you and be like, don't worry, you'll have next season. So when I watched it, I was like, what's everybody talking about? But something similar happened actually last week. We're just talking about the award show at the Critics' Choice Awards. Tiana Taylor, who was this great movie, and she just won at Golden Globes, the director for her movie won, and she had a reaction to him that the internet went crazy. So this is a reaction. She's like, she gives him a hug, right? The internet did not know what to do with this hug. Everybody's like, oh my God, it was so aggressive. And in my head, I'm like, as a black woman, I'm like, I've been hugged like that 1,000,000 times. That's the way we hug. We're like, you get it. Like, so to me, all of these things are very interesting when people are like, bring your authentic self, be your true self. But then when you are your true self, everybody's like, what, are you allowed to do that? What are you doing? And it's like, she saw in a moment that she didn't need to add another horrible question. And she brought the love that she is accustomed to giving and getting. And that's what we're seeing. And that's why I'm going.
Yes, let me go back to the sport for a second. I 100% agree. I think you should also sprinkle a little dash of misogynoir on there as well. But anyway, that's a whole other discussion. It's true. But I will go back to the game. We are Bills Mafia in our house. I'm sorry, Jacksonville. Bills Mafia in the house. The Jacksonville Jaguars were going to take it up until like the last seconds of the game. So the fact that last minute they were in Jacksonville was ready to celebrate being in the playoffs. Last second, our boy Josh Allen scores a touchdown. So for her, I'm guessing she's probably a lifelong fan.
Yeah.
This really hurt fans yesterday. I'm sorry, but it really hurt fans yesterday. So she's coming at it from so many different perspectives. So, and listen, how many times do we tolerate, sorry to say, older white male reporters who are
Wait.
yeah.
Melissa, TSN has highlight reel after highlight reel of horrible interactions between the media and the players. It's happened so many times.
Yes.
Practice, anybody know that clip? If you know, you know. There's always been a very contentious relationship. So it's so funny that there's actually love going to somebody who needed it. And we're all like, I don't know if I like that. It's like, no, let's have more of that so we can have better communication at someone's worst moment.
The way she's doing it rather than telling her that's not how it's done.
Yeah.
Yes. We would have never talked about that post-game press conference if it wasn't for Lynn Jones. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Lynn.
This week on The Social, the winner of Canada's Drag Race Season 6 sachets into the spotlight to spill the tea on snatching the crown.
But I know you do as well. And if you want to share them, get onto social media. We want to hear what you have to say about the topics we're discussing here.
So football fever is raging, am I right?
Yeah.
Playoff season. And emotions are all over the place after the Jacksonville Jaguars saw their playoff dreams end in heartbreak with a 27-24 loss to the Buffalo Bills Sunday. So Jacksonville Free Press editor Lynn Jones broke from the line of questioning during head coach Liam Cohen's media scrum. Take a look.
Congratulations on your success, young man.
Thank you.
You hold your head up, all right? You guys have had a most magnificent season.
Thank
you. And you did a great job out there today.
Appreciate
so you
it.
just hold your head up, okay?
So that clip, that's interesting. That clip made its way around social media and sparked debate over whether it's appropriate for a reporter to showcase their fandom and their emotions in a press conference. So some people thought that this was offside. What about you guys? Did you think it was full of
loved
emotion?
it.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, in normal circumstances, that's a big time no-no. When I say normal circumstances, you know, there are not a lot of time for whether it's the players or the coaches to do press time, which is mandatory, but you're there because you got to get the answers. So what happened with this play? What happened with this player? So it's not really time and place to be like, oh my gosh, you guys did great, you keep your head up. It's like you're either a fan or you're a reporter. You're not supposed to be both. Except in this case. And so, if it was anybody else, honestly, if it was anybody else...
Why are you giving it a pass? I'm just curious because I don't know this.
If it was anybody else, I would be like, that is so offside, that person should be fired.
Like if it was a man,
right?
like when I read this story, I thought it was a man, and I just read the quote, and I was like, well, it sounds like he's mansplaining how to feel to another man. Like that seems unusual.
No, but you know what that
then
was?
I listened to it.
Yeah, and then it was her.
And I was like, oh my God, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. But you know why else? Because I watched the coach's reaction.
Yeah.
That's my gauge. He seemed genuinely touched. And
Because it never happens. That's not always a welcoming place. So my bottom line is the reason why I'm giving her the pass is because that was auntie giving her son or grandson a nice little touch. That woman's name is Lynn Jones, as you said off the top. She is a 20-plus year reporter for one of the last black newspapers in Jacksonville, Florida. She's not a newbie. She's actually a veteran. So I think there are some times when you have to defer and give respect to someone who's been in the game a long time. She knows what she's doing. Give her a pass.
So are you okay? Just because I'm totally curious about this. Again, I do not care, club, about this story. But and I do. I think it's lovely. My first instinct, but I'm not in this. I don't know this world. So if it was a junior reporter,
Ooh, no. Nope.
Even though
Don't
it's
do it.
you cannot do that.
Don't do it.
That would be
Fired.
like an absolute no-no.
Fired.
That's interesting because the gender component that you're talking about is like you thought it was a man initially and you had a reaction. And now that we know it's a woman, okay, so we know that she's an established woman, but we have all these kind of rules in our head about she's junior, she can't do it.
It shows a lot of blind spots.
So like again, are we either have equal rules for all across the board, and there's an opportunity
or we have context, or we have specific moments in context where we can't put everything under the same. How about you stop?
Or we have culture differences. It's very interesting to me when I watch this clip and to see all of like the hoopla. And to me, I'm like, what's everybody making this big hoopla about? If you have a black elder woman in your life, this is the way she talks to you. With love.
Yeah.
And so I've had conversations like that. When she sees that you're down, she will put that kind of glory on you and be like, don't worry, you'll have next season. So when I watched it, I was like, what's everybody talking about? But something similar happened actually last week. We were just talking about the award show at the Critics' Choice Awards. Tiana Taylor, who was this great movie, and she just won the Golden Globes, the director for her movie won, and she had a reaction to him that the internet went crazy. So this is a reaction. She's like, she gives him a hug, right? The internet did not know what to do with this hug. Everybody's like, oh my God, it was so aggressive. And in my head, I'm like, as a black woman, I'm like, I've been hugged like that a million times. That's the way we hug. We're like, you did it. Like, so to me, all of these things are very interesting when people are like, bring your authentic self, be your true self. But then when you are your true self, everybody's like, what, are you allowed to do that? What are you doing? And it's like, she saw in a moment that she didn't need to add another horrible question. And she brought the love that she is accustomed to giving and getting. And that's what we're seeing. And that's why I'm going.
I just say, yes, let me go back to the sport for a second. I 100% agree. I think you should also sprinkle a little dash of misogynoir on there as well. But anyway, that's a whole other discussion. It's true. But I will go back to the game. We are Bills Mafia in our house. I'm sorry, Jacksonville. Bills Mafia in the house. The Jacksonville Jaguars were going to take it up until like the last seconds of the game. So the fact that last minute they were in Jacksonville was ready to celebrate being in the playoffs. Last second, our boy Josh Allen scores a touchdown. So for her, I'm guessing she's probably a lifelong fan.
Yeah.
This really hurt fans yesterday. I'm sorry, but it really hurt fans yesterday. So she's coming at it from so many different perspectives. So, and listen, how many times do we tolerate, sorry to say, older white male reporters who are
Wait.
Yeah.
Melissa, TSN has highlight reel after highlight reel of horrible interactions between the media and the players. It's happened so many times.
Yes.
Practice, anybody know that clip? If you know, you know. There's always been a very contentious relationship. So it's so funny that there's actually love going to somebody who needed it. And we're all like, I don't don't know if I like that. It's like, no, let's have more of that so we can have better communication at someone's worst moment.
The way she's doing it rather than telling her that's not how it's done.
Yeah.
Yes, we would have never talked about that post-game press conference if it wasn't for Lynn Jones. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Lynn. Let's take a break, everybody. Ways to style the most effortlessly cool haircut of the year. Get ready, it is the bob. Okay, let's see if you can dive in after this.
Welcome back. If last night's Golden Globes red carpet was any indication, there's no escaping the hottest haircut of the year. Talking about the bob.
Ooh, well, Andrea, aren't we on trend? So here with styling tips on how to rock at the chic cut is hairstylist Jason Lee.
Welcome back, Jason.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, I'm gonna let you know. Jason cuts all of my hair, period. But he cuts, how many bobs have we cut, Jason?
I think we recently did about 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. I just go to some, like, cut it into a bob. Shorter, shorter, shorter. So why is the bob so popular right now?
Yeah.
So the bob is totally the haircut of the moment. I think we haven't seen such a rise in popularity probably since the 90s. And last year, the White Lotus, we saw both Carrie Coons and Leslie Bibb have bobs, and it was super cool,
that bob
right?
was really good.
But Leslie Bibb's haircut was cut by Chris McMillan, who is Jennifer Aniston's hairdresser. And every time he does a haircut, it's kind of like a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
Everybody starts to do it, right? So he brought it up really short, kind of did this really micro bob that we haven't seen in a long time. And I think a bob right now just kind of represents change. There's so many people in the world right now who want change. They want to feel free. And oftentimes, haircuts represent that. So that's why we have these bobs. Cool, right?
Yeah.
Deep. We got deep,
It is.
not just a pretty face.
But
It's amazing. And so Andrea came in and she messaged me. She's like, I want to go short. And she kept going, go shorter, Jace, go shorter,
Yeah.
with every haircut. And you know, the thing is, when you get a bob, and if you want to go shorter, it's really that neckline at the back that dictates where it's going to land in the jaw.
Okay. Yeah.
So, you know, she looks beautiful.
Well, you
She
were
does.
saying, yes, she does. She really does. And I got my bob because of Carrie Coons.
Yes.
Because I actually realized how versatile a bob is. Everyone thinks it's sort of one look, but I don't think it is. Some people, I think, worry about their shape. The
their
face
face.
of the shape of their face. So does that play into it? What do you tell them?
For sure. Well, first of all, I just want to say, Jess, your bob is so good on
Stop.
you.
Yeah.
It's, right? It's almost...
Give it a little flick, girl. Give it a little. Give it a little. Yeah.
Well, there you go. There she is.
Yeah.
See what it does? It brings out confidence. It really, it kind of represents you. It's fun. It's lifted up. It's not dragging down. And the one thing that I think a lot of people worry about is like, can you get my hair into a ponytail still? And nothing is more chic than a little ponytail, right? But yes, when it comes to face shape, with your hairdresser, you want to figure this out. So, for example, if you have like a rounder shaped face, think of something like a Selena Gomez. The idea is that the hairdresser wants to create a longer silhouette. You'll notice her bobs never go shorter than her chin because the idea is to lengthen and not widen, right? So she could also cut layers in her hair, that would create more lift as well. But then if you think about something like a Zendaya, who also wears a bob, she has kind of like a bit of a, almost like a diamond-shaped face, and she looks beautiful. The idea here is that she actually could tuck it behind her one ear, and that will taper it as well because the width for the diamond shape is around her cheekbones. And you can have a little bit of width at the bottom because it tapers in around the chin. So just like little ideas to kind of think about to help balance that hair.
Okay, so you know I'm coming back to the salon this week.
know.
Okay. I was like, we're doing those two. Okay, so next up, you're saying another bob length that is really big right now is inspired by Hailey Bieber. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the model.
Wow. You did a few. Wow.
That's Hailey Bieber there, and she's always, I think in this generation, she is just our style icon, right? She does anything and everybody loves it.
And I understand that you did a hair transformation. So this is the model beforehand,
And there are viewers.
right?
Yeah.
And this is her now.
Here she is now. This is Katie.
Gorgeous.
Oh my God!
Right?
Sorry.
So Jason, walk us through what you did.
Yeah. Well, Katie, she was amazing. She was really ready for a change. You can see how long her hair was. But she also, I call this almost like a bob that you're just trying to get into. It's like a gateway bob, right? It's not, she wasn't really
Gateway
fully
bob.
ready to kind of cut it to her chin. But this length is super cool, right? It's first of all that we really did was blow dried her hair. We put some Velcro rollers in. I might have bumped the hair under with like a larger curling iron, but it's just so fresh and so chic on her, and it's an easy way to not commit. She can obviously pull her hair back into a ponytail, and she can she's good to go with this bob.
What's the maintenance like on a bob like this?
So something like this, I would say 10 to 14 weeks. It starts to grow into something else afterwards. The amazing thing about a bob this length is that you can actually just grow it out if you were trying to grow your hair long again.
Oh my gosh, do you love it?
I love
You
it.
look so good. You look so good on you. So Jason, talk to us about hair texture. What should somebody keep in mind if you have curly hair and you want a bob?
So I love when somebody who has curly hair cuts their hair short. I think it's great, but you have to think of it, you can't approach it like cutting a straight hair bob, right? Anybody who has curly hair knows that it's just gonna go large, it's gonna turn into a triangle, right? So you have to, as a hairdresser, I have to kind of shape it. It's almost like sculpting in the hair. You wanna take out the weight from the bottom, and you wanna kind of cut a little bit into the top so it has a little bit of bounce into the hair as well.
Okay, we love that. All right, so for our next hair transformation, we have a look inspired by Lily Collins from Emily in Paris.
Wow.
I love this bob. Okay, so this is Karen. Here is her before. Okay, and get ready, everybody. Here is her after. She is Lily Collins. This bob is bobbing. Okay, so talk to us about this French bob, Jason.
Well, it's super chic. I love it, super sleek like this. Karen already came in with these amazing bangs. We just kind of softened it up a little bit, but I love how it just hits right around her chin line. And it's so fashion forward. I would also love to see her wear this slicked back.
Yes.
Oh,
right?
yes.
And you'll just
That
see
would
the
look good,
neckline
too.
like this. It would look so pretty on her.
So I've heard French bob, but I've also heard Italian bob. What's the difference?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, this year you're gonna hear a lot of different names about bobs. I think just to keep it simple, if you're going to your hairdresser, French bob, again, hits the chin a little bit heavier down here. An Italian bob is a little bit longer and has some more layers throughout it. And that's really the difference between the two.
Oh, that's
Well, let's
easy.
give these two ladies a round of
Come on,
applause
you
because they
two.
look fantastic. Jason, thank you so much. Great job as usual. Thanks, ladies. All righty. Well, up next, we find out why virtual clothing is making a splash when it doesn't even physically exist. We're talking fashion and tech. When we get back, don't move.
All right, we are back, everybody. So as our relationship with technology continues to evolve, so too does it impact on the fashion industry. From AI models to 3D printing, every corner of the fashion world is being shaped by tech.
And here to dig into some of these changes is someone who's been reporting on fashion innovation for over a decade. She's the author of Electric Runway. Amanda Costco, welcome to The Social.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me. Thank
Amanda,
you.
you've been researching the intersection of fashion and technology for many years, and you say that there was one particular experience that you had that really signaled this new era that we've entered into. Can you share that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I came at fashion technology, which is the intersection of fashion and technology, through wearables and technology on the body. And it was really one instance. In 2014, I interviewed a self-identified cyborg. His name's Neil Harbison. And the reason he's a cyborg is because he has an antenna osseointegrated, meaning attached to the bone, into his head. And you might be thinking, why the heck would he have that? It's so that he could hear color. So he is an artist, but he was born colorblind with a condition called achromatopsia. And every color gives off a sound frequency, and it allowed him to hear color and perceive the world in a different way. But it was really meeting Neil and hearing his story that made me realize, we're carrying around our technology, we're beginning to wear our technology, and eventually we're gonna become our technology like Neil. And so wearable technology is one chapter in the book, and what the book does is it looks at different emerging technologies through the lens of fashion, starting with the smartphone and then going all the way up to our current moment, which is AI, and then what's next, which is biotechnology.
Okay, we're gonna get to all of that. I don't know if anybody is a child of our era, but has anybody seen the movie Clueless?
Oh, yeah.
Obvious. Well, if you did, you probably fantasized about that opening
closet,
scene, right? When
yes.
Cher has her closet, and then, so we're not maybe quite exactly where she was at this stage in the movie yet, but what is it that's exciting you in terms of the next frontier that you think is gonna change the way we shop and the way we dress?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the cool thing about Cher's closet is that it would have to, for that to work today, it would have to have a knowledge of your wardrobe. It would also need to have a knowledge of style and what's in trend, what's out. And in order for all that data to come together, that's where AI can really shine. And so we're starting to see a lot in terms of how artificial intelligence is transforming the consumer experience. And really it's spotlighting hyper-personalization, so the ability to make the shopping experience more personal than ever. And we saw this with the new update in Zara's app. I don't know if you've played around with it yet, but you can actually see yourself in the clothes online. So rather than looking at a model and trying to assess whether or not that's gonna fit you, you upload 2 photos and then you can see yourself. And so it's just—
I am doing this on commercial break. I love this.
It's just a much more hyper-personal way to shop. So that's where generative AI is taking us.
Wow. I mean, taking it one step further, we've been hearing more about digital and virtual clothing. I remember years ago we talked about this on the show, and it seemed sort of so preposterous. But this is literally clothing that doesn't actually physically exist. And so this might seem like, in a way, a waste of money. So, but talk about the value of digital fashion.
Yeah, so digital fashion really came up alongside the blockchain and NFT movement, where we were making a lot of digital assets that didn't exist in physical form, only in digital. And there was this sort of wave of people wanting to buy these collector items. And whether or not they have value today, I mean, that really depends which asset you're looking at. But this really paved the way for augmented reality and these digital try-on experiences. And so we've seen a number of companies that are now embedding this into the try-on experience and embedding it into apps and things like that. So we've seen with Instagram, they've rolled out this Restyle feature, which is in Instagram stories. You can actually ask Restyle to change your outfit entirely.
Oh my God, that's me. What is happening? What is happening? Oh my God, Cynthia, watch, they're gonna change your dress. Is this gonna?
Oh, wow.
So it's funny, we dress a lot for the digital gaze these days.
Yes.
And it's like if you didn't capture a picture of the outfit and put it on Instagram, did it happen? And so this is giving you a way to maybe explore a little bit more with your fashion.
Oh my God, Amanda, I am blown away right now. I don't even know what to do. You mentioned this earlier, that this is supposed to be kind of giving us a more personalized experience with fashion, something hyper-personalized, just for me, my taste, my style. But on the other hand, you can also see how maybe someone's personal style might completely disappear. Like, so what is that intersection between AI and how will that impact like my personal taste and style or Cynthia's personal taste and style?
Yeah, something I talk about in the book is this idea of algorithmic monotony. Yeah. And we've heard of this idea of like Instagram face, like everyone's starting to look the same. And the same thing is happening with our personal style as well. If we're all dressing for the algorithm and the algorithm favors a certain look, then are we all gonna just start wearing the same outfit? And I think that you can say that we're going in that direction, but at the same time, Instagram and social media have opened up our perspectives to so many different styles that are out there and exposing us to different body types and ways of putting together an outfit. So it's really twofold. I mean, it can go both ways.
Yeah.
Okay, so automation is also becoming an increasing concern within the fashion industry. What do you see as the most significant impacts that automation might have on fashion?
Yeah, exactly. So for me, the story of fashion and technology coming from the West was like wearables and technology and the body and shopping apps. But then I went to Bangladesh and they did not care about wearable technology. What they were concerned about, and when they heard fashion technology, it meant automation. It meant robots taking over people's jobs. And it was a very real threat when you consider that 80% of their GDP comes from textiles, and many people rely on these jobs for their daily living. And so it really is an example of how fashion technology is different depending on where you go. But we're starting to see more automation in the manufacturing experience, and it's changing the way our clothes are made, for better or for worse. I mean, I get into it in the book. You can see it both ways, but it's definitely something very real.
Okay, something I want to know if you think it's real anytime soon. People are very familiar now with 3D printers. People are making all kinds of things with them. Do you envision a world where I don't know, I'm going to go to the club tonight and I'm going to 3D print
a tiny little top.
A tiny little top and a tiny little skirt. Probably booty shorts, but anyway, how close are we to that reality?
Well, I mean, technically, you could do that today. It's just if you have knowledge over 3D printing and the filaments and everything like that. So there's great examples from couture of designers using 3D printing, like Iris van Herpen. We had Francis Battanti. He did his famous dress for Dita Von Teese. That was 3D printed. So There's definitely designers that are experimenting with it. Wow. But in terms of what people are printing at home, I think it's more like accessories, like maybe a handbag or earrings or something like that. It's very difficult to actually 3D print an entire outfit. There was an artist that did it, Danit Peleg. She was the first designer to 3D print her entire collection at home. But the filaments that come out of a 3D printer are hard, and so they're not what we're used to when we think of our clothing, which is like soft and has to drape and has to be comfortable.
Still have a ways to go.
We still have a ways to go.
We have a minute left, but we want to get to this, which is about digital product passports. They are becoming law in the European Union, and the same will likely happen in Canada. So can you break down just quickly what these are and how they might change the shopping game?
Yeah, absolutely. So just like the EU is more strict about their food laws and what goes into the food and what they disclose about the food, the same thing is starting to happen with textiles. And so it's becoming law that any textile product in the EU has to have a digital product passport, which is either a QR code that lives online, something that you scan, and it basically shows you the ingredients essentially of what's in your outfit, where it came from, how it was made, and how to properly dispose of it when you're done with it, so that we can make sure that we're
We love that.
contributing to the circular economy.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Listen, this has been a really cool segment, right?
Thank you.
We learned a lot. Amanda, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for writing this book, everybody. It is called Electric Runway. It is available now. So please, what a fascinating read. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
All right. Up next, what makes a truly good roast? I'm not talking about food, my friends. I'm talking roasting somebody. From the host of Roast Battle Canada, Ennis Esmer is going to tell us. We'll be back.
Welcome back, everyone. If you suffer from only thinking of a witty comeback after someone has already insulted you, you're going to want to get out your pen and paper because CTV's original series, Roast Battle Canada, is back.
Our next guest is the kind of handsome you don't brag about. Although that doesn't stop him. He's also the host of the show, you guys. Please welcome four-time Canadian Screen Award-winning actor and comedian, Ennis Esmer.
Oh my goodness.
Look how handsome.
Oh my goodness. You guys, I'm so glad you read it exactly how I wrote it. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I'm so honored to be here. This is the best.
I love that you're already holding the paddle, but before we get to the game.
I'm a fan because I do get a little bit.
All right, so this season marks the first time the show is being done in front of a live audience. We get to do that every single day. It's the best.
Yes. Oh, it's the best.
Best part. But did it raise the stakes for the comedians?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You all watch the show. I'm assuming you've watched every episode of all 4 seasons. Well, not only in front of a full audience during Just for Laughs, a full audience of people specifically seeking the twisted thrills of a roast battle. Every comedian, like you ask a comedian, they say like, oh, 1,000 people, isn't that so stressful? You're like, no, 10 people is stressful. 1,000 people's like, let's go.
Okay.
So I think every comic raised their game. We had a lot of new comics, but the people that have been on from past years, myself included, just can't help but get taken up by the energy.
Yeah. Okay, so like let's talk
and also, if a joke doesn't land that well, more people are still laughing. You know what I mean? Some people are laughing. Some people are laughing. Yeah.
So you have to decide a winner in a battle.
Yes.
So how much does the audience reaction factor into that decision?
Well, the judges are very contrarian, and they're famous, so they think they know everything. So I think it doesn't necessarily hurt if it got a laugh, but they will go out of their way. Like I've seen Russell like yell at a crowd for not laughing at a joke before.
Oh, really?
Which is
talking about Russell Peters?
Russell Peters, yes,
Russell
of course,
Peters?
yeah. He and I've watched him do it, and the audience will be like, "He's right, okay." But no, it doesn't necessarily, because they get to pick like their favorite joke of the night too, and all that. So they get to pick their favorite.
Like everyone's sense of humor is slightly different. So what do you think like makes an award like on a winning roast?
It's a good question. It's a very good question, Cynthia.
I have another question if you can't think of that.
Yes. No, I know the answer.
You go. Okay, you go.
No, I think the thing that makes a roast stand out is if you can see the roasters having fun with each other.
Okay.
Like, that's the most important thing. You see, like, if they're friends, if they've like, I've seen they've been like working jokes ahead of time, and then a comic will be like, "That's not mean enough. Say this about me," and then they'll sort of do it like, because they're making good TV here, so they know. They trust the person they're performing opposite. It's not like somebody's just coming up being mean to them and they don't know them. So that's definitely, you see that come across. when it's somebody who's just being awful and someone else is kind of getting like dominated in that way, it's not fun to watch.
Yeah, you gotta do with a bit of love.
Yes.
A little bit of love.
Yeah, a little
so
bit of
even though you're not up there roasting yourself, you're the host of the show. The judges are up there listening to this. It's Russell Peters, Sabrina Jalise, Kay Trevor Wilson.
Yeah.
But it seems like they
Wow.
Those are great judges.
Yes, thank you. I do look nice in that picture, thank you.
But obviously there is a lot of love between all of you because
Yes.
they never miss an opportunity to roast you. Why don't we take a look at some of their best work?
Great.
Dennis, I've nicknamed you the Turkish Delight because you're gross and I hate you.
Okay, thank you, Hack Galifianakis.
It's so good that they hired my limo driver to host this show tonight. That's Ennis, my favorite guy whose parents wanted to name him Penis, but they got rejected at the border with that name.
Is there a Hallmark movie you need to run off and play an elf in?
Well. I mean,
glad you guys are friends. Woo.
We laugh, but like, have your feelings ever been hurt, Ennis?
No, it's fine. We're such close friends that I know they don't mean it.
Listen, we love you, Ennis, but before we let you go, we want to play a little game. Will you play a game with us?
Yes, I'd love to play a game.
Okay, well, the game is called Roast It or Toast It.
Okay.
The rules are very simple. We're
All
going to
right.
mention something. If you hate it, you say roast it. If you love it, you say toast it.
Okay.
Audience, you guys have your paddles. You're playing along. All right. So let's start with our very first one, and you guys decide. Okay, so Canadian winters. Are we roasting them or are we toasting them?
I love them.
Roast. Who likes it? Okay,
Sick.
good.
You're sick.
I like the seasons.
Wait, toast is bad?
No, toast is if you
Toast
like
is good.
it. Roast
Toast
is
is
if
good. Roast is bad.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. All
Roast
right,
wins.
next one.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay.
Everybody ready?
Okay.
Kids' birthday parties, roast or toast?
Sorry, parents.
Roast.
Most boring party ever.
I'm a. My friend took his 1-year-old to medieval times, so he had fun, but the kid was weeping the whole time.
Okay, on the heels of the Golden Globes, method acting. Roast or toast? Roast.
Well, I'm playing someone who thinks it's really good, so I'm gonna roast it. Oh, toast it.
Okay, this is last one. Hecklers, okay? Hecklers, are they roast or toast?
I say roast.
You like it? No, we're
No,
gonna
man, literally, they're there to be roasted. If you get heckled, you roast.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Ennis, we love having you here. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good. Roast Battle Canada Season 5. It premieres tonight on CTV Comedy Channel at 10:30 p.m. and it is available to stream on Crave the next day. Do not miss it, and we'll be right back.
That was a really fun show. Tomorrow, the hits keep coming. It was. Tomorrow, we're going to be discussing this on the social with so many of us using chatbots for health advice. Dr. Sheila is stopping by to tell us what we need to keep in mind when doing that. Use it with extreme caution, I think.
Yeah.
Plus, we're also going to be getting a taste of Spain, España, tomorrow. We're going to do it through food, something called pinchos. Anybody heard of pinchos before? They're in the tapas family, but we're going to learn more about them tomorrow. We're going to try them, and we think you're going to love them. I think we're going to love them.
Yeah.
I don't know who's in that segment, but hopefully I am.
I know. Jess and I just looked at each other. It's like, if it's food, I hope it's us, girl.
It's true.
We like to eat. We like to eat.
Anchovies olives.
You are a fabulous audience.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. See you tomorrow.